Begin. Well, hello, everybody. It's Dr. Hank, and welcome to Health, Wealth, and Success. And it's a new series that we're doing, and we actually today is being dedicated to all of our frontline responders as well as our first responders. So, first responders, please fire typically, and then our first line responders. In fact, we had the Blue Angels fly over Dallas just within the hour. I just saw them. And if you want to get a quick little shot of them while they're going 600 miles per hour or whatever, that I have that posted on my personal page on Facebook at Hank and then Sites, SEITZ. So this is going to be a wonderful time today, and I'm going to begin by sharing with the first kind of point, if you will, is where we are right now. And basically the world is opening up. And so it's kind of like we've planted those seeds, if you will, and we're starting to open up, and physically we're starting to open up as far as we can, go start being outside and doing more things, and more stores and businesses are being open, etc. And what I have seen is people have had a lot of fear. And so today I bring you calm, I bring you relief. I bring you an answer for you to have health and for you not to get this virus, this what in essence is a flu. And so I normally don't really even address these changes in the world, but I felt it was necessary to really give a different perspective than maybe what you've been hearing about what's going on in the world. So let me just share with you, and again, this is all going to end up just glorious. You're going to be feeling so good after this that you're going to feel like you're on a cloud, and you're going to feel very empowered, because right now, again, a lot of us have been feeling disempowered, and we have felt fear, and you're going to understand that that fear would create more fear in other areas, not just with this virus going on. And so you definitely don't want that, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you today to build a bright future. And it starts with your next thought. And so, and again, we'll get into that, but I wanted to give you a couple of perspectives to better understand what really is going on in the world, the broader perspective, kind of from our soul's perspective, if you will. And it's always great when you go to a broader perspective, you'll see that things are really just fine and getting better. And so first of all, understand that this world has perfect contrast, and it's a God-given thing that God said, I'm going to give you perfect contrast on this. Everything you want and everything you don't want. Most people call good or bad, or good or evil, or whatever. It's really wanted or unwanted on what we have. And so we have this beautiful world of unwanted and wanted. And the reason why we have that is if we didn't have the unwanted, we couldn't birth ideas that then turn into things and experiences in our life. We couldn't birth a better life. If everything were just rosy and peachy, that we would literally be stagnant and we wouldn't be the eternal beings that we are. So we're never going to get it done. And we're always going to be growing. We're going to have this contrast. It's going to grow our thought and our feelings beyond wherever it's been. So when you take that broader perspective, really God's perspective of what this world is, now we just look at the virus as, oh, that's just something we don't want, okay? Well, what has happened, and what really we've been trained kind of to be since we were little children, is we were trained just to look at one little thing and then blowing it up like that's how our life is. And so it might have been that when you were a kid and you know, you got an out in a baseball, if you're playing baseball and you got an out and didn't get a hit, that, you know, you just feel your whole world is crumbling, when really your world is just great. You're young and healthy and have all this opportunity, and you get to go to bat again. Okay, that is not your last time to go to bat. In fact, you get to go to bat in life many, many times. And so we will be able to do that. So when you understand that what has happened is, and what most minds of our minds, and remember, I'm a mental scientist, so I know this stuff, if you will, and help you to get out of kind of these ruts, if you will, is that what has happened is they've looked at these isolated little things, okay? So they have looked at this virus, which is really just the flu, and what they do is they make horrendous predictions. So let me give you an example. That in January, it was predicted that 2.2 million people in America would die from this virus. Well, it's been under 100,000. Okay, so it's not nearly, so it was like 22 times more. And like, you know, this was some big medical study that, you know, said that this was it. So what happens is, first of all, we hear stuff about the future, and it's all made up stuff, okay? They don't know what they're talking about, and I wish somebody would maybe hold them accountable to, you know, doing this, because they just make it sound worse than it is. Now, take another thing. And I'll just use Texas right now. You can use your own state. I know there are hot spots in there. But last Friday, I went and got tested for the virus. The reason why is I actually thought, if I do have the virus, that what I'm going to do is, because most people don't have any ramifications at all. When you get the virus, everything is fine. In fact, we have a group of first responders. 1/3 of them got the virus, and none of them knew it. They didn't have any type of negative reaction from it at all. And so all these things, see, you haven't been told that. You don't, you know, we've just been told, I know this is awful, more people are dying, et cetera. But stick with me here and just really start to feel on what's really going on here. So in Texas, that there have been 3 times more deaths in car accidents every month than the virus, than this virus. So when you start realizing that, oh my gosh, car accidents are much worse than this virus. So why aren't we focusing on that and making better, you know, systems or cars or whatever, okay? The other thing is that typically for the older, which by the way here, and I'm gonna just turn off this, I gotta mute all you guys because more people are coming on, and hello and welcome. And this is just fun stuff. You're gonna love this. By the time we're done here, you're gonna be flying high. And so back to this virus is that that pneumonia kills 3 times more than this virus of older people. The other thing is 99, so let's look at the world. 99.99% of the world is just fine. Didn't die from this, okay? And so it's like, why are you looking at the 0.01 or whatever that is, okay? Now, wearing masks, I understand it's a legal requirement, but do you know the Surgeon General of the United States 6 weeks ago said actually you as a regular citizen wearing a mask will get you it more, you would increase your odds of getting it. And you know why? It's because the best time to use the mask, or the only time that it's really effective, is if, like, typically in the medical industry, and if you're in the surgery room and you are all sterile, and then you put on a sterile mask. But, you know, we're touching this thing and everything. And then, by the way, don't touch your eyes. Because if you touch your eyes, then, you know, you get it. And you can't breathe either, because the way you actually get this, it's through the air. And so you can't breathe. Well, we all have to breathe. So the good news is the best protector, and again, wear your mask is legally, you have to, but don't put so much power and such a charge into all of this stuff that's going on, because actually it's a big minority. It's just this thing sitting there that has been blown up. And one of the reasons why it's blown up is people could profit from it, like the TV stations they want you to watch, okay? And so they're going to look at every terrible little thing that has happened when really 99.99% of the world is fine. And there have been billions of wonderful things that have happened, to include us being together right now and having this wonderful time together. So, so you know what the most protective for thousands of years that has been used to protect us is our skin. And so why don't we start relying on ourselves? In fact, do you know how we're going to really cure ourselves of this? Is to be around each other, to be exposed to this, because most people don't die at all. Most people don't have symptoms on it, okay? And to be with each other so that we can then get exposed to all of that and build immunities. That's how life is. And then there's all kinds of other wonderful things to consider, that our technology, our science is so much more advanced in 1920, whatever, that millions of people die. You know, this isn't even near that, and we'll get a solution, and you'll see that everything will get better. So I want to just give you some relief, some ease. I'd really stay off of social media, especially any discussions about this change. All it is a change in the world. And I'd get off of TV if they're talking about it, you know, and so go watch a movie, go walk in the park. You can go shop now, go get your hair done. I'm gonna go get my nose and eyebrows and stuff done, and my hair is done. And because everything in Texas, it has opened up now starting Friday, and so Friday and Saturday I have those, you know, appointments. So and we really don't want to get it back to the way it was. We want to get it back to the way we want it to be. And so here we begin to recognize that you actually kind of take all of that information and just, don't put a big charge into it, because if you do, you will create sickness, maybe not that virus, but other sickness. You will create, for sure, dis-ease. You will be more disconnected with God. See, because with God, when you're with God, then you're feeling fine. I mean, the last 3 months, I just had a glorious time and wonderful times with different people and amazing experiences, and just, it's been wonderful, more connectedness with my family and with all of you. And so, you know, it's been wonderful, but that's because that's what I asked for. That's what I wanted it. So here are your 3 steps to health, wealth, and success. That is all you need. It overcomes all of these changes and everything I just got done. You can just set it aside. It doesn't matter, because you're going to create now your life the way you want to, and the health that you want. And the success that you want, and the wealth that you want. And the reason why is we are the co-creators of our experience. And so one way to look at that is look at the Bible. So for those of you that are believers in the Bible, most of us have been brought up with that in the United States, that the Bible says, ask and you shall receive. So all you need to do is asking. But what have you been asking for? What have you been thinking about? Oh, I hope I don't get that sickness. You'll get sickness. You'll attract it. And so the other thing that Christ said is that the Father does the work. So we don't have to do it. We just need to ask and then receive. And again, my whole teaching is about that, and I do that in other days of the week, and I have, you know, teaching. And if you want to know more about that, on how really to have the freedom that you wanted, the wealth, the abundance, the happiness, that I can lead you there. I've helped thousands of people to do it, and it's really based on what you're going to hear today on what this is. So the Bible tells us so, if you will, is this is how we create, co-create our own experience. We ask, God answers, receives our prayer, and which is our thought, and then answers and gives it to us. And in fact, I had a minister today ask me a question about, because I'm an ordained minister, and he asked me a question on, he said, you know, on Matthew 18:19, where it says, where 2 of you are there together, God will then manifest it on earth. And he said, I thought it was 2 people. And I said, no, 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 it's your conscious mind and the kingdom within your subconscious mind. And I have a whole book, in fact, on that, Your Royal Path to Riches, if you want to know about that. And so now we've determined, now we realize, oh yeah, I'm not going to be listening to this world out there and whatever they're saying. I get to ask for what I want, and I get to have it because God loves me. We're all children of God, and we get to do it. Now, the other thing, though, is to kind of prove that, hey, so the Bible says it, but also our powerful thoughts create everything. And who tells us that is our scientists. And so all scientists, like microbiologists, quantum physicists, all within the last 5 years have agreed that there are just 3 steps. Now, they forgot God, and I'll include God for us here, but they said it's 3 steps to create your experience, everything that you need. Well, it goes back to what I was sharing with you about your thoughts. You're asking, okay, asking you shall receive, that according to the scientists, that the very first step in your experience starts with your thought. Nobody else's thought. It doesn't matter how many people are dying of whatever. And by the way, all the people that have died of this virus also have some other complication. And so, all you need to do, and you'll see, all you need to do is start thinking healthy, and you'll be healthy, and you don't have to be worried about anything. You won't get any symptoms or anything else, because you can literally ask for it and get what you want. We've been told by the Bible. Now we're told by the scientists. It's step 1. It's your thought. That thought, according to the scientists, say that thought creates energy. So it is our all-powerful energy that we create from our thoughts, and that energy is called our feelings. In fact, it's our communication system with God. Now catch this, because and really I would take notes on this, because this is just so powerful when you understand this, that God loves us so much that we have a guidance system within us that tells us every moment of every day if we're thinking about a certain subject the way that God is. And you know what that is? It's our feelings. So when I think a thought and I don't feel good, it's God communicating to me that, hey, I'm not thinking about this the way that God is. So think about what you've been thinking about for the last 3 months. And again, we have all different varying areas, but I'm really here to nurture and to help the understanding of those that are fearful and disempowered and think you got to stay in your homes, that you have the power to understand that. So if you've been thinking bad, if you've been feeling bad, that means you haven't been thinking about this as God has. See, I have. I've been seeing the opportunities, the beautiful, wonderful things, the way people are coming together more, just all the love and how people are going within themselves and connecting with God more. There's just amazing things. This is not the outside world manipulating us. This is an inside job. And when we feel good, that means we're aligned with God, and we can have every and anything that we want. So think about the thoughts that you've been having in the last few months, and think about how good have you been feeling. Have you been on cloud 9? I have. And have you been in Dr. Hank's La La Land, what I call it? That, yeah, and if you haven't been there, that you will really want to be there. And again, today I'm going to share with you exactly how to get there, and the 3 easy steps in order to be aligned with God, be connected with God, and no longer be fearful about anything, okay? Even this thing called death, we all have everlasting life. What's the big deal? Our souls make the call on when we're going to leave this place, not some dis-ease or whatever. And again, that's a broader perspective. See, and when you do that, you just say, oh my gosh, this is so great. All I need to do is feel great and monitor my feelings. So thought creates energy, and then according to the scientists, that energy creates matter. So what kind of energy? Has it been good feeling or bad feeling energy? Because then you create matter, M-A-T-T-E-R, which means that thoughts, your thoughts, become things. It's like powerful. Oh my God. It is so fabulous to understand that I'm in control, not this world, not anything, nobody. This is not a world of insertion where all of a sudden something comes in and stomps you out, okay? This is a world of attraction. If you've been thinking, I hope I don't get sick, you're going to be sick because you're thinking about sickness. And you're going to be, if anything, at dis-ease, okay, and feel fearful. So thus, and disempowered. And so thus, we have with our all-powerful thoughts, we can start realizing that fear. So what did they say? The only thing to fear is fear itself. Right? What did Roosevelt say that, or Churchill say that in World War II, something like that? The only thing to fear, I mean, they had bombs landing on them, okay? We don't have bombs landing on us. Most population's just fine. And things are really good if you look for the good. But see, what happens is, in the Bible, it says your cup overfloweth. What that means is, if you start looking at something bad, and that makes you feel bad, okay, and you don't want what it is you don't want, then what will happen is the law of attraction comes in and will attract cooperative components to bring you more of it. It's kind of like your angels are doing, but they're bad feeling angels, if you will, because they're going to fill up whatever you are asking for. There is no judgment. It's going to fill up more. So if you've noticed, if you've been, buying into this, oh, this thing is just terrible, it's just flu, but oh, it's just terrible, then you'll probably have felt maybe, you had, your knee was hurting you, or a deal went south, or you lost your job, or whatever, all kinds of things. It's like dominoes. But the beauty is your cup overflows in the other way on all the things you do want when you start, and we all just start to relax, take it easy, and have faith in God that all is well. And then we just start thinking about the things that we do want. And then cooperative components will come in, and the angels will come in and will bring us so much of the goodies of the things we do want that our cup overfloweth. And that's the cup we want to overflow, the bright, shiny, golden cup that overfloweth, not the corroded, sick, diseased one, okay? And so that's why thoughts become things. So I'm going to share with you some good feeling thoughts, and then we're going to actually go into a way for you to have your health the way that you want it. You don't have anything to fear about the outside world. This is a world not of insertion, but of attraction. You attract whatever you're thinking about. It's the way life plays, and it's a beautiful way. And again, God will come running every time that you're thinking. So you have this magical wand, and it's like in your hand, but it's in your head, and voila, you call up the orchestra of your desire. And so what orchestras have you been? Have you had this spooky, Halloween type of scary music going on? Is that the symphony? Or have you had the symphony where the angels are singing and the harps are playing and, everything? And so you get to choose. You get to choose the type of life that you desire. So for health and well-being, okay, and so this idea of well-being, and next week I'm going to talk all about well-being, but it's the only thing that really flows. We just cut it off with our own thoughts. And so let's talk about good feeling thoughts. First of all, these are thoughts about what you like, what you enjoy, what you love, what you desire, what you want. And so think about it, and if anything, if you would just sit down, and like yesterday in our mastermind group for real estate professionals that we talked about, if you'll just sit down and write a list of the things that are playing out for you right now. Like, for example, we all woke up this morning. Our heart was beating, and you know what? You didn't have to tell your heart to beat. You didn't have to tell, your subconscious mind takes care of it all, okay? You didn't have to say, hey, get beating and make sure my blood is circulating so I can put all this good health, into my body and circulate into my body. That you didn't have to do any of that, okay? It's all taken care of. That all you need to do is ask and ask for what you want. So these type of thoughts will help you to really align with God, because remember, feeling good is where God is, and that is how to do that. So thoughts of how you want it to be. So let's think about, hey, May, how do we want this to be? How do we want this month to be? Hey, I want this month to be really easy. I want it to be good. I want to be healthy this month. Okay, just start with that. Just some easy thoughts. I want to have more fun. I want to be more playful. And again, I would write these things down and then I put them on index cards and write them on a page and review them every day. But I want to have more fun. I want to be more playful. I want to smile more. I want to laugh more. And here, just listen to this on the laughing. So if you're waiting for some drug to be developed to help you with, this flu or any disease or whatever, you can get the world's best drug for free. No one will ever create a better drug than this. And it's called endorphins, and it is produced in your body when you laugh. So why don't we all lighten up and just laugh and smile? So I want to laugh more, and then God will bring you reasons to laugh. But if you're sitting there saying, oh, I hope I don't get the sickness, and you're not laughing at all, in fact, you're going to get dis-ease, which most people call disease, that you will get some type and form of disease. So how do you want it to be? I want to play, and so be a little bit more general. Don't be, hey, I want $1 million this month, or I want to look like I'm 20 when you're 40. Just stop all that. Enjoy, love yourself for who you are. I saw a gray little, some gray hairs in my eyebrows. I'm like, oh, I just love that, that I just love it all. And everything is a blessing. And all this has been a blessing. And you'll see how it's a blessing. I mean, I could give you examples where, like one of my sons that, he got furloughed and he was a big executive and has all this big overhead and everything. And, I told him, hey, don't hang on to that title or anything, that you are free to do what you want. And he's starting to really get this, that it's an inside job, and he's writing these things of appreciation and the things that he likes and desires. And as he does that, when you do that, it automatically tells the universe, give me more of it. So what have you been asking God for? Give me more of fear, disease, I hope I don't get this. No, that let's just light up. Let's not even think about that. That just forget about it. Like some people say, Dr. Hank, why don't you face reality? And I say very kindly and lovingly that no, I don't face reality. I create reality. We are here to be creators, so we can have it the way we want it. But we're so used to talking about the things that we don't like or don't want. And I was talking just to a lovely lady today, and she was saying, oh, but my English isn't all that good, and I'm not very confident with it. And I said, it's that tone of voice of yours. It's the kindness about you saying that you wake up in the morning and you pray first, and then you exercise. Just the sweetness of who you are. Nobody gives a hoot whether or not you're, pronounce it. We're not English teachers here giving you some grammar, but we're so used to thinking about what we don't like. And so just start thinking about what we like, and also the way that we want it. And then the other thing is, and this is a big one, especially with the changes in the world, just think about thoughts that you can control. You can't control what the government's doing. You can't control what the flu is doing, whatever. But you can control your thoughts and your feelings. And when you do, you will be healthy, wealthy, and happy. Okay? So this is a great quote, and people have now, just said, oh my gosh, I really get this. And so you'll really get it too. You can't ask for what you don't want. Okay, and that's you thinking about, oh, this disease, I'm staying in, and I'm not going to have my freedom. I'm going to just stay in and do whatever, and that. But you can't ask for what you don't want, and then get what you want. So why don't we? So there's two parts to this. That it's everything. Any and every subject under the sun is wanted or the unwanted, and you make the choice. So why not think about the wanted? You can't do anything but this virus or whatever, but you can be happy right now. You can feel free, more freedom than you've ever had. Right now, in this moment, all of us could feel good. And I guarantee in about 10 minutes, you're going to be feeling great because of the goodies I got planned for you. Okay, so good feeling thoughts is step one. There's only 3 steps. And the first one is good feeling thoughts. This is really the driver, if you will, on for you to change your life now. This is a blessing. You're on here because of the blessing of all these changes in the world. It's helped you to get on this and to recognize you are bigger than what you think you are. You are more powerful and you are more love. You are this pure love source energy that has the power to mold the energy that creates worlds. You have the power to mold that with your thoughts, to be able to create into your experience any and everything you want. Good health, a lover, money, wealth, whatever it is that you have that opportunity. So, step two. In step two, we're going to actually do it. So instead of hearing me share with you that we're going to be in it and do it. So first of all, the word spirit in the Bible actually means breath. Your breath is all critical, and most of us don't breathe correctly. And so we're going to go through breathing. We do shallow breathing, and shallow breathing gives you a shallow life. A deep breathing gives you a deep depth, breadth life, a life of that was expected, that you wanted to have. We all deserve and we all should have this joyous, be on this joyous path of life, just skipping along, just loving it, looking at those things we don't want and simply say, oh, I don't want that. I don't want to, think any more about this virus or think any more about what the government's doing. I don't care. Why don't I think about the things? There are billions and billions, endless number of things that I can think about that will help create a greater moment for me right now and a greater future. So we have a choice. Why not? Let's create a great moment right now and a great future. So with that deep breath raises your point of attraction. So all the things, put it this way, that let's say all the things are at a vibrational level here, okay? And you're here, but you birth these things that you desire. You say, oh, I really want more money when you didn't have enough money, or when you were sick, you said you wanted more health, but you're vibrating down here. Well, one easy way to be able to just go right up to your desires, which means you will then manifest those desires here on earth, is simply by your deep breathing will raise your point of attraction just with your breath. So the fastest way also to connect with your higher self, with God, is through your breath. And that's why spirit is in the Bible, because this breath is all powerful. We take it for granted. I've invested thousands of dollars on breath work, and people go, come on, we all knew, we were born, flipped upside down, hit on the butt, and we're fine now, we're breathing. And the fact is, or on the back, I guess, we were hit, I don't know. But, the fact is that, yeah, we started, and then when we get scared, we go, oh, like that. And then we stop everything. We stop our thought, we stop our circulation, and that creates dis-ease. And so as we breathe this deep breathing, that we'll get it. So connecting with your breath will give you good feeling thoughts too. It'll automatically raise you up to where you're attracting these good feeling thoughts of your desires. So what I'd like to do, we're going to actually go through a breathing exercise here. And you are going to feel just at one with God, all that is, and you're going to just feel great. And then I'm going to guide you into your health, wealth, and success. So I'd suggest that you close your eyes. It's a good way to be able to go in and not be looking at the outside world, if you will. And close your eyes, and I'd like you to breathe in deeply 5 seconds. And when you do, in that breathing in, imagine that you're breathing all the way down to your toes, okay? And so it's 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. So follow me, in, out. And we need to do this for about a minute in order to connect with God. It takes about a minute, so we'll do that, and I'll lead you on it. Breathe in. Just relax. Say to yourself, relax. Again. Now ask to quiet your mind. Breathe in. And as you quiet your mind, you can then stop the chatter and allow God to speak to you. So let us now tune in as we continue to breathe deeply and just get into a real nice breathing motion in and out. And let's tune to our natural rhythm of good health and well-being right now. Your intelligent body is comprised of trillions of cells that are always seeking and finding alignment and balance with your higher self, with God. As you now gently relax and allow yourself to be calm, your body is being nourished and is finding good health for you right now. Your natural self is to be healthy and experience the well-being of God and all that is. As you are in this state of allowing, your body must thrive, and you are right now thriving. As we focus on these good feeling thoughts, these divine thoughts, we call forth now ease and enjoyment as our body naturally lines up with our good health. As you breathe deeply now, you are connecting with God, and every cell in your body is being guided, is being loved and nurtured in this beautiful present moment. It is a present. Always, as you breathe deeply and relax, your body is being called to perfect health and well-being. You have millions of cells that pass away each minute, and millions of cells that are being born each minute. These new cells now that are being born are perfect cells and are creating a new vibrance in you, a new, healthier you. You have the power to create health no matter what your past conditions have been. You are creating a whole new body each year. In fact, within months, it's a whole new body, all new cells. And right now, we are creating those new, healthy, and happy cells. The maintaining of our good feeling bodies will now come easily. All wanted conditions will now be created by you and for you. For you are the creator of your experience and your body. Breathe deeply and feel the power and the love that creates worlds flowing through you now. Just breathing and being here in the moment for the pleasure of it all will put you in alignment with God and your good health and wealth and success. You are now returning to your natural state of well-being and good health. And actually, these words aren't about your body, but it's all about your allowing and your ease to accept these truths as your own, to allow the only stream that flows, the stream of well-being from God, to flow generously into your mind, into your emotions, and into your body now. It is all about you being aligned with God, you being aligned with your higher self and source. Physical improvement is now sweeping through you at every level. Your roots are from the non-physical, and this unseen energy is now creating the natural well-being that is your birthright. You now are a vibrational match to good and well-being, naturally enhancing your wealth and maintaining your health all of your days, and creating more wealth and success here and now as you feel good. Now, allow wonderful things to unfold in your life with great ease, and know that all is well and getting better. And this is now done unto us. And I send you my love and well-being, good health, wealth, and success. Amen. Ooh. How are you feeling? I feel good, da, 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 like I knew that I would. So, good feeling thoughts, the power of your breath, and then very easily drink lots of water. You got trillions of cells, millions are passing away, with millions being born each second. The water flushes and cleanses your body. I would recommend about 80 ounces of water a day. And you'll see it's all fine. Don't be resistant to it. It's just clearing you. And it's all good. And your cells are always seeking and finding perfect health. And you will find this health as long as you are relaxed and having those good feeling thoughts. So we have the angel here. And I want to give you a magical sentence that when you write this down 21 times per day, that it will create perfect health for you, give you more health, wealth, and success. It will literally go right from your conscious mind into your subconscious, a kingdom within. And then God the Father will do the work and create everything that you have wanted. So that magical sentence is, I easily accept better feeling thoughts. So open up yourself now to better feeling thoughts. These thoughts that other people have given you, these thoughts that the social media has given you, TV, etc., they're not your thoughts. Get the godly thoughts. And when you ask for good feeling thoughts, God will give you those thoughts. So I easily accept better feeling thoughts. And I am prepared to be healthier, wealthier, and more successful now. And by you simply doing that, stating that and writing that down again 21 times each day, breathing deeply as you write that down. Don't be in a race. Don't have it as a Dr. Hank assignment. Just enjoy it and love it. And as you write this down, you're going to start seeing the magic happen in your life, because you deserve it. This is what you want, is health, wealth, and success, and it is now yours. So with that, thoughts, comments, what did you like best? Who's first? Can I help you? Any questions on this? I know there's a lot of, fears and misunderstandings and whatever. And so questions, comments, what did you like best? Come on, kiddos.
I like the fact that you said the fastest way to connect to God is with your breath.
Yes.
Because in the Bible it speaks that when he formed us in clay, he breathed,
Yeah.
go ahead.
He breathed, he
he
breathed
breathed
into
breath.
our lungs. Yeah.
So that's the first connection, and we could keep connecting. I don't know why I
Yeah.
never saw that before until you said that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I just love that insight because, yeah, it's who gave us the breath? God breathed into us breath, okay? And we have that breath. And when we stop, by the way, having desires, then that's where we pass on then. And it's all part of our souls. There's nothing, wrong about us passing on that. It's all part of the plan. Our souls never intended to be here forever. And our souls will make the decision on when we are going to depart. And so, and again, you don't have to buy into any of this stuff. They're saying, oh, if you're this age and if you have these symptoms, the odds you die, the odds are 1 in millions, 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 whatever. But your odds will increase if you start thinking that that's, going to happen to you. And so that's why we just relax, we just enjoy. And yeah, and like you say, Valerie, we just need to breathe. And it's literally the fastest way to connect with God. What a beautiful thing. And it's so easy. And when you think about it, think about how we've been breathing this morning, and you'll see we've all been breathing shallow. And then again, when we have this fear, we go like that and we stop breathing. So we stop everything. And that is what causes disease, not any of this other stuff. We have all the control. Beautiful. Thank you, Valerie.
You're
Other
welcome.
thoughts, comments?
Hi, Dr. Hank.
Hello, Teresa.
It's like, can it get any better?
The answer is yes, and it actually is a great question, but not saying it with doubt. But so I would have all of us. It's just a great one, Teresa. Thank you. So you say, how is it going to get better than this?
Yes.
Okay, so
Right.
How is it going to get better than this? With the assumption it's going to get better. And I'm telling you, all your angels raise up and they go, I'll show you how. And so they're all scurrying around, gathering up all our goodies. And next thing you know, just the surprises. And if anything, hey, we're laughing right now. We're creating endorphins. And guess what? Now we got the best drug in the world. Didn't cost us anything. And we're home free. So yes, sorry, Teresa. Thank you. Yes. How does it get any better than this? Knowing that it's getting better, How does it get better than this? Yeah. Beautiful. Were you going to say something else, Teresa? I know it.
Oh, I just had one other thought. So when I was very young, I was told that God does not give us more than we can handle. And then later on in my life, I believe God does give us more than we can handle sometimes so that we'll pay attention to him. And so relating to what you were talking about with the current changes that everybody's gone through, what I'm hearing from other people is more appreciation and the good that has come from it than the negative.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's because you have sought that, Teresa, you have a great mental attitude. And, we always talk about, all you have done is do what I ask you to do. It's all real simple. Like today, just write these 21 sentences every morning. And when you do that, you're asking, what you do is you start attracting all the people, because literally this world has people that are really appreciative, really happy, just really love this, that, see the blessing in it, because everything is a blessing, everything comes from God, okay? And then you have the I'm watching, and you have people that don't do it. And so because of your vibration, high flying on, wow, I see the opportunity, I see the love, I see the service, and you're so involved. For example, you and I are so involved with first responders and have been, way before this change in the world happened. And we support the families and, and all the first responders and everything. And so when you're in that mindset that your vibration is flying so high that you can only attract those wonderful, beautiful people that have a similar transaction. Like attracts like, okay, and kind of the flock of birds, feather, hang together, that fly together.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly, birds of a feather flock together, and so
I really enjoyed it.
Where is your feather?
I really enjoyed this.
I'm sorry.
I said I really enjoyed this today. Well, I always enjoy it, but your initial conversation about the whole corona and stop feeding into it. I say that all the time, Dr. Hank, like just stop entertaining it. And so we were, in sync when you were saying that. And I like that, I like that because we got to think happy thoughts, as you always say.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. And is that Laura speaking?
That's me, Laura. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Laura. Okay, good. Yeah, I couldn't see you on there, and so I was trying to figure out.
Well, no, I had my photo. I've been here the whole time, but I had my photo because I was making tuna for the kids, and they're gonna go swimming, and I'm gonna go swimming, get my morning workout with them in the pool a little later. But I was cooking, but I was listening to everything.
Awesome. Well, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. So back to this, kind of feather that, hey, where is your feather? And so, that because you're going to get a flock of similar feathers. And so is your feather bright and happy and sunshiny and filled with love and joy? Because all of us are that, and all of us can be the opposite of that. And for us to be able to do that. Teresa, were you saying anything else? No, okay, I didn't want to make sure. Great, well, thank you for your comments there, Valerie and Teresa and Laura. Teresa, were you going to say something else?
Yes, I love you all.
Oh.
And I wish you a very beautiful day.
Well, we love you all, and big hugs and kisses, and hey, a little singing, We like to laugh and have more fun. We like to laugh and have more fun. We are the chosen ones.
We are the
chosen ones.
Health, wealth, success is my new game.
Health is my new game.
Happy is my middle name.
Happy is my middle name.
Prosperity is my divine right.
Prosperity is my divine right.
God is my high guiding light. God
is my
guiding light.
Only good things come our way.
Only good things come our way.
Wealth, success is what we say. Health,
Health
is
what we say. Hey.
All right, guys, good singing. What a blessed time. Any real estate agents out there tomorrow at noon, get ready for your life to change forever. Love you all, and have a blessed day, and know that everything that you ask for, you're getting starting now. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
Y'all take care. Have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.